This is Mr. Ward, and we're going to be doing a Pythagorean theorem question, number 4 from the 2017 Math MCAS released items. In a park, the locations of a drinking fountain, the street light, and a flagpole form a right triangle. So find the drinking fountain, the street light, the flagpole. Okay, the drinking fountain is 12 yards north of the street light. Okay, and the flagpole is 5 yards east, and that means we make a right angle here. So east of the drinking fountain, as shown in the diagram. And the question we're asked is, what's the shortest distance from the street light to the flagpole? So if you didn't want to take the long way to the drinking fountain and then to the flagpole, you really wanted to go to the flagpole from the street light, or really wanted to go to the street light from the flagpole, and you wanted to go in the shortest distance, that's what we're being asked. All right, since this is a right triangle and we're being asked about the long side, which is the hypotenuse, what we're being asked about is the side that is often called C. Okay, so we'll call that C. And then these two sides, the 12 and the 5, are either A or B. It's arbitrary which you pick, but they're going to be A and B. So I'm going to go ahead and go down here and type in the Pythagorean theorem. Okay, A squared plus B squared equals C squared. We are after the C squared. We know that A or B is 5 or 12. I'm going to just go ahead and choose 5 for A. So 5 squared plus 12 squared equals C squared. And then we need to figure out what 5 squared is. That's 25 plus 12 squared, which is 144. And that still equals C squared. And 25 plus 144 is 169. Okay, and now we want to look at our options. Well, 7 squared is definitely not C squared. So 7 squared is 49. 11 squared is 121. 13 squared, 13 times 13, is 169. 17 times 17, you could calculate. 17 times 17 is 289. So that's too big. So basically what we would be doing next is we would get the square root of both sides. The square root of 169 and the square root of C squared. I'll put that in parentheses so we're not getting the whole thing. So 13 equals C. There is a negative 13 as well, but we don't care about that because we're looking for a distance that we could measure. So C is our answer. Okay, and I hope that helps. One thing I will say, watch out for which is the missing side. In this case, it was C, but sometimes you might be missing this side or this side, in which case you're missing A or B, in which case you would go ahead and plug in a value for C and plug in a value for A or B, and then be looking for the missing one. So you'll have to do a little more equation rearrangement. Do not robotically put the missing side as C. It's not always C.